Hello, this is Clay Boutwell from clayboutwell.com, the author of the Agora Mysteries and Temporal series. I have a short story for you today called The Handkerchief. I hope you like it, and if you do, please hit like and subscribe and click the bell button to be notified of future videos. And now, here's the story. A very short story, but it's a story called The Handkerchief.
The Handkerchief, a short story. Written and read by Clay Boutwell. My wife was to come in on the last flight of the night. She had been staying with her sister, saying she needed her space. I had a feeling this time around she had returned only to collect her things. Having found a plug just outside the terminal parking lot, I decided to charge my laptop and work on a spreadsheet before heading in. It had been a long day at the office, and finding a plug in a secluded and lonely place seemed fortuitous. I hunkered down in a darkish corner as travelers went from cars to planes and back again. Fascinated by the faces of the hurried people, I abandoned my spreadsheet, eventually closing the laptop completely. No doubt anyone would have noticed me staring if they had simply turned to look, but no one did. My dark suit and the poor lighting helped, but I think it was something else. For most destinations and goals are all there is. For most, but not all. I had never seen such sadness. The boy was flying out and the girl was there to see him off. He was decked out in full uniform with a duffel bag at his feet. She wore a flowery summer dress much too happy for the desponding quality. Her bright lipstick was somehow dulled by the sadness in her eyes. Neither, it seemed, had the courage to say goodbye. He lifted his hands to caress her cheeks. For a moment I thought he was about to kiss her, but his eyes revealed a man busy memorizing his lover's features. Every shape and line, it all had meaning. A tinny speaker announced that boarding had begun. The message didn't seem to register until he let his arms drop. Her eyes puffed red as tears began to swell. He pulled out a handkerchief. It was pale, green army issue. She wiped both eyes before kissing it, imparting both lipstick and tears to the cloth. Handing it back, he accepted it, his eyes never leaving hers. She mouthed some unknown words, turned, and then fled toward the parking lot with her head buried in her hands. His military posture slumped as she disappeared into the darkness. The handkerchief he lovingly folded and placed into the side pocket of his duffel bag. It was the speaker again, this time announcing final boarding. In a hurried motion, he snapped his hand from the side pocket, unknowingly exposing the cherished cloth. With a flick of his wrist, he threw the bag over his shoulder. A moment later, the man was gone. Only the handkerchief remained. I sat there stunned, unable to move. Minutes passing. Coming to my senses, my first thought was to rush to the fallen handkerchief and find that soldier who by then was long gone. But as my thoughts began to translate into action, a green-vested airport worker appeared where the four lone lovers had been. She held metal tongs as if that precious article was hazardous material. A moment later, the lipstick, tears, and cloth were gone. Rarely do emotions get the better of me, but after packing my laptop, I headed straight to the airport gift shop. The flowers made my wife smile, the first time in years. And now, 10 years later, I still buy flowers, and she still smiles. I can say it was because of that handkerchief, a handkerchief long forgotten by all but me.